Did you go to therapy?
Yes. Yeah, we changed it. We're back up. Come on. You got a lot of Bobby Knight in you. You got a lot of Bobby Knight in you. We've seen him 2 places. All right, Healthy Debate Thursday, October 19th. Going to end out the week strong. Got college football. You got baseball starting probably soon, as soon as this show ends. NFL, obviously. We've been hot with the touchdown scores. We clarified not first touchdown scores, touchdown scores to keep it going. Little housekeeping. Guys, I'm on gummies.
Wait.
No way.
Vitamin C.
Oh.
Been housing the vitamin C gummies. But that is nice. So you guys, you would love to see that. So we'll see. But
Got excited.
Yeah, I've been housing them. The cold's trying to get me. I will not have it. I've been doing chicken noodle soup, vitamin C, little nasally, but we're strong. They think they can beat me today. I think we're at 22-0. We'll get that poll back up. But let's get right into it. I'm excited to see what everybody's going to bring. First quarter, please. All right, I was off the plane again last night. I'll say it every time. It does not make sense how we board planes. Does not make sense. Also, after a while, if I'm flying every week, why am I always group 4? Can we figure that out? Board the planes from the back to the front. Don't put me in group 4. Still can't figure out why everybody does it. Also, how do we run out of headspace when half the people aren't even in their row? If me, you, and him are all the last row 10, let's say, last one's on the plane, group 4, how is our overhead space completely taken? Doesn't make any sense. The whole thing is fucking cathartic.
Healthy Debate, are you a skell if you skip your boarding group? Because oftentimes they'll just let you go on no matter what if you scan your ticket.
Yeah, you're a scale, but I do it, so.
Healthy Debate, I get called out when I try to scan.
I tried.
Really?
Jeff D. Lowe.
I think you're the one that got me onto it.
Jeff D. Lowe says he nailed me the one time I got caught, but the rest of them, my brother told me on it. You just go behind a stranger, and you're like, yeah, I'm with them, and they can't really say anything, especially when now that you know it, they're going to take the overhead stuff. So, yeah, I'm a skell, but I do it. Whatever. I hate lines. What do you want me to do? Healthy
Debate, too, going with the overhead space. Is it because people have backpacks and a personal bag, and they put both up there? Because Healthy Debate, put your personal bag below your feet.
Yeah, put the personal bag under. I agree. But somehow everything's filled. They also have all the safety stuff in there, a lot of whatever. The whole thing doesn't make any fucking sense. I should be entitled to my space over, but it is what it is. Had a nice meal at Chili's last night without Tommy Smokes. He won't eat with me. We are in different terminals, but we got to work that out. But, all right, let's bring it.
Ready?
Yeah.
Eddie, Bay Ridge.
Oh, this could be good.
Eddie, you're on.
Rico, Healthy Debate. I love the ties. Where do you get them? You got to let us know. And Healthy Debate, tell me who takes this Final Four. Allie Lauder in Varsity Blues, Jennifer Love Hewitt in Can't Hardly Wait, Julia Stiles in 10 Things I Hate About You, or Olivia Newton-John in Grease.
All right, so, Dukes, you want a little peek behind the curtain here, Wizard of Oz?
Yeah, give it to me.
Eddie from Bay Ridge is Mr. Bosco.
Really?
Also, he's going to be very mad you spelled it E-D-D-Y.
But
in order to keep things happy in the home, I'm going to say Olivia Newton-John in Grease. I'll give you Olivia Newton-John in Grease. Julia Stiles, I think.
You were raised well.
Yeah, Julia Stiles would be the person I want to hang out with the most. She's down the list. Allie Lauder's got the biggest. You should probably drop this call now that I'm going to say this. You should probably drop this. Love you, Dad. We have never planned a call, but Allie Lauder's sex appeal, top of the list. Jennifer Love Hewitt, the blue tube top, great as well. But she does kind of give those vibes like you can't really talk to her. The guy's scared of her the whole time. But we're going Allie Lauder. We're going Olivia Newton-John. For my dad's case, who was a smoke. You got to give her credit. Allie Lauder, Jennifer Love Hewitt, and then Julia Stiles. But of all the people I want to marry and hang out with, Julia Stiles, top of the list.
Healthy Debate, I couldn't hang up on your dad.
Keep it up, Rico.
Yeah, there you go. We have, in fairness, did we know that was coming?
No.
We haven't planted him. So, and he asked a tough question. He put me on the spot, so it is what it is.
Jetski, congrats on the raise, brother.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Your son's really helping me out.
It's a good call. Some things.
Have a good show, guys.
All right, Dad. Get dinner on the table, all right, you Skel? Hang up.
Yeah, healthy debate. I wasn't hanging up on your dad.
Yeah,
there was
fair
going to be a
enough.
power
Great
struggle.
guy.
We could have got an hour. I wasn't hanging up.
That's how it works. Yeah, that was a good one. I didn't expect that. As soon as I heard the name, that's a good one. He must be driving home. Here you go. Rush hour. We're getting into everybody, so it works. All right, next one. That's a good one.
Let's
And
go.
everybody's going to think that waiting online, I got to wait for his fucking dad. Yeah. I'm telling you, we didn't fucking plan that call. So, and Dukes, it's amazing you put him through, but is what it is.
I legit saw Eddie Bay Ridge like, you know what?
Yeah,
Bosco's
I
want
thought it was
something
going to
like
be my buddy Eddie Molo on Twitter. Eddie Molo, who I know. But it is what it is. All right, next one.
Let's go, Murph, Boston.
Hey, Rico.
What's up?
Gun to your head. Dream job. Would it be an assistant coach at any Big East school or the star on the #2 college football podcast at Barstool Sports? Remember, people are listening.
Yes. Listen, I know I'm getting painted in the corner like, oh, he'd leave here for that. Assistant coaches, man, or head coaches, they travel a lot. You're spending your summers down in a hot gym. You're recruiting. You're lying to kids. It's a tough business. I respect those guys. I like talking ball with them, but it's from a distance. This is a dream job. #1 podcast to be in the Big Three. I love it. Took me a little while to realize it, so I apologize to everybody. But we're back. I think we're in a healthy spot. Appreciate it. So, yes.
But you know ball, Rico.
I know. We're going to listen.
Bring it to the youth.
We're pitching a documentary for sure. Imagine me and Dukes and on somebody's random's bench at the Peach Jam, I think would be great. So I'm telling a
Let's just say,
16-year-old,
you
you
can
should
mold
probably
them.
front this. And some 6'8" kid's like, yo, get the fuck out of my face. I got 4 offers right now to go D1. Get out of my face. But I think it could be good. But, yeah, we're in the dream job. It's a dream job.
I got a healthy
If
debate
you can
for you.
mold dumb dudes, you can coach anyone.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, Murph, I'm going to drop you.
Good job, Murph.
Healthy debate for you. You got Boogie Fland, Ian Washington. Like, you got the studs from New York City. Jackson. You got the studs from New York City, best AAU team. How would you do as a coach with them? You think you take them to the national championship? How far can you go?
It's the old
with the league
saying. It's
talent?
the old saying. You might not have enough balls, like literal basketballs,
Yeah.
not toughness. You literally might not have enough balls. But yeah, I think it could be tough managing those guys. But yeah, I'm good. I'm glad the league is back. The city league is. I grew up on it. It's the best. Watched Ron Artest when I was like 7 years old in a gym. That my dad also took a shot. Yeah, a lot of these ties are his. We brought the whole thing in. Is what it is.
Bringing it back to your dad really quick, I thought that was your tie guy originally, which he is, I guess. in some
It
way.
kind of is. Yeah. But, I've given some as well. So it's a sharing type of thing. Next one.
Ryan, Springfield.
Rico, you versus Portnoy, 1-on-1, score 2-11. What's the score?
He's got a bad shoulder. I think we don't like to pick on his athletic abilities. I think he'd take me baseball-wise, even with the bad shoulder. It's been a while since I swung a bat like that. I'd probably get him in an Oklahoma drill just because of the blind rage. I think I could cover him. I don't think he could get jammed up off the line. But hoops, I think he knows I'm the heavy favorite in that. The rest of them, we'll see. Spike ball, cornhole, the rest can go either way. But I think I got him in basketball. I think I got him.
All right.
All
I think Big Cat has you in 1-on-1.
Big Cat, yeah, he's got me by 4 inches and, 25, 30 pounds. So, yeah, he can get me for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he can guard me out on the perimeter. So we'll see. It's different. It's a power forward versus a guard. So we'll see. But that's a good one.
6 tackles against MIT.
6 tackles, MIT. Look it up.
Shark, West Palm Beach.
Healthy debate. If you have to travel north from New York, how could you be down or upstate? Following up from yesterday.
If I have to travel down,
If you have to travel north from New York to get to New Jersey, how could you be considered upstate?
yeah, but we're located in the city. You're going north of the state, so it's upstate.
Yeah, wouldn't that be you're obviously downstate if you have to go north anyway? Like that's the whole antithesis of it is that anything
You're
above
going
the city
upstate.
is
Just look at the location. Where is Rochester? Where is Utica? It's fucking up the state.
Right, I'm talking about like lower Westchester. You got to travel north to get to parts of New Jersey.
We said Westchester is not the city.
Yeah, we gave Westchester a pass. That was early.
Agreed.
That was early. We gave Westchester a pass. We're starting in, I think,
right,
Albany.
all right. Healthy
or
debate.
Poughkeepsie.
Healthy debate. Number one feud from a TV show. I'm going Mandy Moore.
Feud from a TV show?
Mandy Moore and who? Oh, Entourage.
From Entourage. Can't stand her in anything.
Oh, your
in
feud.
day.
Okay, I like this.
Yeah.
Good call. Shark, call of the day so far. Sorry, Dad.
I'll hang up and
All right. I like this feud of who I hated. I think the obvious one for a ton of people is going to be like AJ Soprano. He's a huge stoolie, by the way, and shouted me out, knows like Frank and those guys. I think AJ was supposed to be annoying. He's the dipshit son. It's not his fault. Somebody had to play that character. Not his fault. I thought he was going to say feud between two characters. The feud I'll give you right off the top of my head, Jason Street. I fucking hated Jason Street on Friday Night Lights. Horrible character arc. Horrible. Sucks what happened to him. Then he's going to Mexico. His whole, I know he's paralyzed, but just the way he did it and like he wasn't good at it. He wasn't selling me that he was really rolling. Let's put it that way. It was bad. When he went to Mexico and then he comes back and he's a whole agent, he was not even selling me on how to roll. Like he sucked.
Healthy debate. Are you saying he was a bad paraplegic?
He was a bad act. Yeah, I mean, like, listen.
I'm with you. I hate
Who's the guy who plays a special needs person in Rain Man?
Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman had great act. Like it was a good acting job.
Walt Jr.
played without a limp.
I hated him,
but he was actually in real life, right?
Okay, maybe that disqualifies
He
him.
was.
Yeah,
All right.
I think he was. Yeah. But
Way to go, jet ski.
my bad.
Minus for jet ski. Yeah, Jason Street is my biggest feud. Feud of characters on the actual show.
Yeah, I think that's a good one too.
I think you go. Breaking Bad? Who would you say was his biggest feud? All the bad guys got like Gus Fring towards the end, to a degree.
Or was it what's his name? Hank.
Yeah, that's a good one. Hank and Walt to a degree.
Yeah.
The Sopranos have a lot.
This is a little out of left
Game
field,
of Thrones.
but I like
Game of Thrones is a
Kenny
good one.
Powers and Ashley Schaefer from Eastbound and Down.
That's a good one because it's comedic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Let the chat give chat responses on that. Tell us what we missed. And also, who do you hate? Who's your biggest feud? The guy would come on camera and you hated him. Noah Tenenbaum is a good one. Trying to think. Tori in Saved by the Bell for me. Not great. The guy in NYPD Blue. There's a guy who's Sipowitz's he's not his partner, but he works in the squad. He sucks.
Seinfeld versus Newman is really good.
That's a good one.
I also think Ted Mosby is my personal biggest feud in a TV show. Ted Mosby pisses me off.
Especially at the end.
Yeah.
With the way that turned out.
And I just found out, I think that maybe I was wrong. He's not crippled in real life. So W Jetski.
So there you go.
Yeah,
W
he's not
Jetski. All right.
So he's-
Hey, we research on this
He
pod.
faked me out.
We research on this show.
Chad's saying Tywin versus Tyrion. I don't know if you just said that.
That's a good one.
Yes.
Debbie from Shameless, but Debbie from Shameless versus who?
No, just Debbie from Shameless is so fucking annoying.
She sucks.
If you want to,
Fiona is one of those girls that like you want to get with, but you worry she's gonna punch you in the face in the middle of the night.
Or you're gonna catch something. I mean, she was active.
Dude, she's so beautiful in real life.
She is.
She played such a like dirtbag West, and you see her in real life. She's well kept. Emmy Rossum, book her on the show, please.
Michael versus Toby in The Office. That's
Great.
a good one.
I mean, if you want to go Jim versus
Dwight is
Dwight.
the answer.
Yeah.
That's-
Peter versus the chicken and Family Guy.
That's a good one. That's a good callback. That's a good one. Yeah, I mean, we could go all day, but and then let me know who people hate in terms of like the top 5. Put out a poll with that. You can do whatever you want, but that's a great call from the Shark. Give me one more. We're going second quarter.
Yeah, damn, those are good ones.
Those are really good ones. That's what we want.
Yeah, that was
and
good.
that can take
great.
its own.
We'll get the chat involved too.
We could do it like if it's a good question. I almost want to not answer it moving forward, on the spot, and then do a whole day of those calls. Ask the chat if they like that. Yes or no.
Yeah.
We take the call of the day. We don't answer it on the spot. Now the problem is if you get, we could backlog them, which would only make the show better. But then you got people calling in. Hey, I got this feud, and we try to diagram the topic just to that. I know everybody's got their own, and don't get me wrong, there could be 5 great calls like Shark coming down the road, but we're looking to reinvent, take a look at what's going on. I think that topics like that could go the whole way. Tell me if the chat likes that. W's if they like it, L's if they don't.
I like that for a segment. At the very least, a
100%
quarter.
segments, like at least
Dedicate a quarter.
5 calls, bring them with that.
W's in the chat for that right now.
All right.
We could workshop something like 5
Def-
people call, best call we spend time on.
Yeah.
Yeah, or even if
A
we
deep
know
dive.
if we're gonna pre-tape a show, if we had to do that, like there's ways around. I think those topics work for sure.
I got to call out a chat for you. You're going to like this one. I think it's the win of the day. Seth Green versus E.
That's a good one.
That's a really good one.
I feel like.
Tom versus Jerry.
I hate that
I mean,
one.
isn't that the whole show
Yeah.
technically? It's a good one. Phil went pretty. I feel like there's another one in Entourage. Johnny Drama versus Doug
Cavs.
versus Doug Ian.
Yes.
The guy Doug Ian who plays the producer. That's a good
The
callbacks.
friend that comes in from Queens. Whatever. We can do it.
We could do it-
We should do
a
an
million.
Entourage special episode.
We could do a million of
Just
them.
strict Entourage.
That's a
questions.
good one. All right, if the chat likes it, we will try to get a call of the day and then segment it all the way through.
Cool.
I like that. So we're in.
You want one?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Randy, Connecticut.
Rico, healthy debate. Hitting a baseball is the hardest thing to do in sports. If not, give me something that's just as hard.
Putting a golf shot out from like 195 to 5 feet from the pin is pretty difficult.
Yeah, but I'm saying hitting the ball is sitting still right at your feet. Hitting a baseball, you're getting curves.
It
you're
moves.
getting
Yeah,
two-seamers.
I
Yeah,
think.
you know?
Yeah, the other thing though is, I mean, you could do a lot of things. Can you if you're a regular Joe, can you get a pass off in the NFL if I brought you out from the couch? You get sacked in 2 seconds.
I mean, if you got a good O-line, you got a little bit of time, you just got to flip it out there.
Could you get open? Could you get open? Could you get open by yourself to take a jumper in the NBA? I don't think so.
Yeah, that might be a little difficult. I see that.
How tall are you,
Is that
Randy?
hard?
5'6"?
Is
I don't
that
think
harder?
you're getting one up over a guard who's 6'4".
That's
A lot of
true, that's
things,
true. You're
but the
spot on,
average,
too, big
the
dog.
average one, I think baseball, very difficult, very difficult.
All right.
Very
One
difficult.
last thing before you hang up. One last thing. It's important. Some people are saying that the Riders put the leash and collar on Dave and dog walked him to a jet ski race with 55,000 subscribers. That's what people are saying. I don't know if I'm saying
I would
that,
say
but the
Dave is.
Riders-
I would say Dave is very creative in what he did to get us a raise for a guy who deserves it, and it also helped the show. And we're building to 75 and 100. I wouldn't say dog
Yeah,
walk. Shout out to dog walk
shout
in
out to
Chicago.
Eddie. Shout out to Eddie. Yeah,
Shout out to
exactly.
Eddie.
Shout
We're gonna
out
get to
Eddie.
Eddie in the third
Yeah.
quarter potentially.
Let's go, Eddie.
But go ahead.
All
All
right,
right.
thanks, Rico.
Good call. Good call.
Do you think a low-key hard one is kicking a field goal at the end of the game?
100%. I can't kick. I couldn't get the ball above this fucking window.
That was one from the chat. Go on.
Brutal. Hockey too. I think taking a check in hockey is probably pretty fucking hard. Second quarter. Let's get that video up.
Yep.
All right. So we got to talk about it. Obviously, college basketball starting some practices. It's my guy. It's been out there. There's a 30-minute video. Jared Grasso from Bryant nailed in a hit and run. There's the smoke and mirror guys, the scoop guys saying that there's more to the story. Nothing has come out. He took a leave of absence. A lot going on. This was the biggest point in the video that's now kind of going viral.
Okay, we're going to roll it. Perfect buffer.
Perfect, Pete.
Perfect. Oh, great.
Can you try and run it from Twitter?
Yeah, I'll try to run it for Twitter.
It's no big deal. Got it?
I got to just pull up the tweet. Here we go. Yeah, we'll run on Twitter. I'm going to go full screen.
I'm not nervous.
I'm not either. There's other people who should be nervous, not you.
I'm not nervous.
I'm not either. You want to shoot jumpers?
No.
You play ball?
No. Nope.
You think I do?
Yeah, clearly you do. You're the coach.
Yeah. So give me what you need to give.
All right. So basically,
There's other people who should be nervous, not you.
I'm not nervous.
I'm not either. You want to shoot jumpers?
No.
You play ball?
No. Nope.
You think I do?
Yeah, clearly you do. You're the coach.
Yeah. So give me what you need to give.
All right. So basically.
All right. So first off, I don't get if you're going to release that why they wouldn't show his face, but say his name. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Hit and run, not good. A lot of frantic talking. A lot of weird situation. But if we're talking straight up recruiting, basketball doesn't sleep. My guy's working. What if this guy's got eligibility? What if his son is a rising 10th grader and he's 6'4"? Recruiting doesn't sleep. You always work in the system. He knows he's going to get back there. That's all I got. You always got to be recruiting. You got to be working the phones. You never know where you're going to go. So that's the takeaway I take away from it.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sick as well, dudes. Fuck you.
I thought he had a take and he just sniffed.
He's
right
just a
into the mic.
dildo. He's a
Want
dildo.
to shoot? Want to play basketball?
Yeah. Hey, work in the system. You can't, that's a recruiter. You show me a guy, anybody, that's what I said. Anybody can pull off the top ESPN 100 and send a recruiting letter out to Cooper Flag. Okay? Or a 6'7" kid from New Jersey or this and that. Go find me a guy. I've heard college coaches, especially lower levels, D3, stuff like that. They go watch kids in cafeterias. They go to JUCO jamborees. I told the story about Kevin Ollie. Kevin Ollie was an assistant at UConn, came down to the Bronx to watch a game played on a side court to maybe or may not recruit a 7'2" kid that they may or may not have interest in on a Sunday night in the spring. 3 years later, he's cutting down the nets. 3 years after that, he's out of the business. College basketball is a wild type of thing, but you got to go find them under cracks. You got to get friends of friends with recruiting. Guy's a great recruiter. Recruiting never sleeps. Tough situation. Recruiting never sleeps. That's my guy, Grasso. All right, load him up.
He never sleeps. Fish, New Jersey.
Rico,
what's up?
Debate. If you're going to have skin on the game, who do you want to watch with, a diehard fan or a casual fan? And if you don't have skin on the game, who do you want to watch with, the diehard or the casual? I'd rather have skin with the casual guy and not gamble with the diehard guy. Let's hear it.
Yeah, it's a good debate. I think I'd rather have skin and watch it with a casual guy because the expert or the diehard would criticize my moves. Why'd you bet on this team? Or they may even have a bet the other way. I think I'm betting with the casual guy and watching with the diehard because then you're getting in depth of knowing the game, different things like that. I think that's probably the way I would go. Fire it up, Dukes.
Yeah. Mike, Stanford.
Rico, what's up, man? Double healthy debate for you. First one, you're standing on the street. 3 guys are in front of you. One of them's Bob Murchison. One of them's Jeff from Saved by the Bell. And one of them's Doug Gottlieb. Who you throwing the right hook at?
Bob Murchison. Every day and twice on Sunday. No questions asked. I don't know if you listened to Pick'em last year. Me and Doug are okay. Me and Doug are all right.
But
still has me blocked. Jeff,
said.
The other thing is, Jeff from Saved by the Bell, the actual character, the actor I have no beef with. I have, tweeted at him jokingly on Twitter, but he just played a character. He was supposed to be hated. What are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
It's Murchison.
Okay.
Every day and twice on Sunday. I like the Minifans testing me. I know they were mad about yesterday. We taxed our guys heavily. Don't worry. Murchison. Every day, twice on Sunday.
I got another test for you then. Healthy debate. Better fan base. Mongo Nation or the Minifans?
Minifans. Mongo's been retired for a while. Been retired for a long time.
Mongo's never retire. Come on, Rico.
Yeah, but he's doing his pod here and there. You can't really hear him. It's not the everyday type of thing, and always the Minifans are strong. So who else sells out drive-through theaters?
Well, healthy debate. Last thing, if you claim you're a Kirk guy, healthy debate. Might be good to see you at a live show one time. What do you think?
It would be. It would be. He's got to stop doing them during college football season. All right? Can we get a work in there? Can we get a compromise?
Maybe call in to Kirk tomorrow, see what he thinks about that.
All right. We'll take a look. Maybe John Sterling will call in. We'll see what happens. That's a good call.
Bye, Mike.
They'll keep testing me. All right, 2 more. Second quarter.
Tug from Bosco.
Oh, this fucking guy might get banned.
Why, Bosco? What happened?
Go ahead.
No, what happened?
Just your whole act. You push buttons, dude. It's what the show is. We respect you, but you're a button pusher. You're a habitual line stepper.
Well, I'm curious if you'd rather be homeless for a month or really fat for 3 years.
Ooh.
Fat for 3 years. Easy.
Why?
Because homeless, there are massive challenges to what's going on. You got to sleep on the street. You're battling the cold. Where's your food? I assume you don't have money. Where's your food coming from? You're carrying all your clothes. I'd be fat for 3 years easily.
Does like the climate change your answer at all? Like, what if you were homeless in like Puerto Rico? Or
It's
something?
even worse.
Really?
Yeah, sunburn on you. You gotta make sure you're in the shade.
I feel like you could
What do
bump
you
some
do?
tacos and just
The
hang
other
out by the
thing is,
beach.
what do you do during the day?
Nothing. You sleep and
What
do
the
fentanyl.
fuck do you do?
Tan.
You can't sleep all day. You ever wake up sometimes at 4 or 5 in the morning and you're like, all right, I'm up. If you went to bed early, like you can't sleep all day. What do you do?
Tan.
I think that's a
Yeah, you go pan for money.
I think that's a runaway. I think being fat is fine.
I don't
3
know.
years, fine.
Healthy debate. When we used to come in for Barstool breakfast, and I'd take like the 4:45 train and be walking down 7th at like, I don't know, 5:45, and I'd see some homeless encampments that had a solid setup. Like maybe they got a little electricity, maybe they got a little roof, and I was like, it doesn't look that bad. These guys might be hanging out with the boys. Like,
Yeah.
Sometimes it looks like they got a nice setup.
I was gonna keep this to myself. I'd be the Michael Jordan of the homeless. I've really thought about this. Like, I would own being homeless.
Well,
I really think that I
I
could
heard
do
the
it for a
rumor
month.
is under a bridge overpass or under a highway overpass, you can go up in those things and you can make it like an apartment.
Like, are you just homeless?
I also like.
Yeah,
to
are you
argue
just
that if you got a
homeless?
whole
Are you
couple of
are you
homeless-
just homeless or you're homeless with everything that comes with it?
And are you homeless and broke? Like, can you be homeless but I still have a checking account? That changes
That might
things.
be worse. Because then you're at work all day in your suit. Where are you showering?
I think if you put me on the street right now, I don't shower for a week. I could go up to someone coming off the LIRR and I'd be like, please, like, I don't have my life together.
Yeah.
Give me $20, and I'd be chilling.
I think you could get 100 today going home.
Yeah, I think that someone would be like, this is just a kid that lost his way.
Are you homeless and broke, or are you homeless and jobless, or are you just homeless?
You're homeless, but you can make enough to survive through the day. You can't make enough to be
To go to a hotel?
successful in like a year.
Yeah, I still say I'm doing fat probably. I think I'm doing the fat. Easy. I'm eating well. I'm sleeping.
The hard thing about being homeless is staying away from the drugs. Because when you're talking about what do you do all day, you do the drugs. It's cheap drugs and you do them. And like all of a sudden you're tweaking out at 9 a.m. while you're walking to work and you're like, ugh.
If you got a bunch of homeless buddies, though, that's like the ultimate locker room.
A homeless crew does look like a lot of fun.
Someone in the chat.
I think that's the bad. I think
Homeless
that's when it
crew
starts
is a lot of fun.
Chat brought up a good point. Like, how fat are we talking? Because if you're just like just morbidly obese, it's not a big deal. If you're like my 600-pound life type
No
shit,
chance.
Then I'd
like
rather
I'd
be
take
homeless.
300. I think 300 at 5'5" is like
You're a fucking bowling.
I'll be a bowling ball for 3 years. But,
You're on the line. You're fat enough to have problems.
I think I could do it for 3 years. Is there a rule against me getting in shape while I'm doing it?
No, that's the
You're
thing.
just
You
it?
can't get in shape.
All
You
right.
have to be fat.
Yeah, do you automatically get in shape by the end of the 3 years, or do you have to work it off?
Yes. No, it's gone. Gone after 3 years.
Easy. Easy. Homeless is tough, although I'd love to see this crew being homeless. Poor Stanko. Stanko would be the planner, and he'd be like, guys, we got to, like, manage. We'd be like, nah, we're eating all the Oreos that were taken out of the garbage.
I've thought about this before. Survivor should do a Survivor, just New York City edition, where it's just the homeless in the streets. But I thought that in some ways it prejudiced against the people that actually are homeless.
My other Survivor take, 24 criminals facing life in prison. Put them on an island. The winner gets out.
Like Death Race, kind of like that movie.
Like they're all on death row, and one guy gets out. Maybe not death row, but like life.
That's
life
where society's
in prison.
going for sure. That'll
Or
be
like
live streamed
40,
next
50 years of like white collar criminals and shit like that. Be a hell of a compelling show, no?
There's
You
a
don't-
movie about that called The Condemned.
You don't think
Steve Austin?
You don't think a motherfucker would try to win an immunity idol if he's got 40 years in the clink if he loses? I never saw Con Air before. Con Air is an amazing fucking movie.
Oh, Nick Cage with the long hair.
Just
the
watched
long hair
it.
plugs.
Malkovich. Dude, I just watched it. That's a great movie.
What's his name? Steve Buscemi in that used to freak me the fuck out with the doll.
Yeah.
Did not like that.
I'm very close to just like trying the homeless challenge, by the way. 1 weekend in the burbs or 1 weekend on the streets?
You can't be homeless in the suburbs. You can just like live in a treehouse
Yeah.
or a
The
shed.
thing is, someone would look at a guy like me and be like, scrum-diddly-umptious. Like, I'm gonna...
If you're homeless in the suburbs, like walking around the wrong part of Long Island, like you'll probably just get shot.
That's a good one. All right, give me 2 more and we'll go strong with the second half.
Are we good, Rico?
Yeah, we're good. We're
Oh, I
good.
didn't know he was still on. Shout out Tug.
We're good. We've gone long. A lot of the calls have brought good debates. That's what we want. The healthy debates, definitely good. We know everybody's waiting. You're calling in. We got it. We're trying to get through as many calls. But if the good calls take longer, we'll do that as well. So some days we go through 8. Some days we go through 28. That's how it's going to work.
I got my hands in my pocket so I don't drop the calls.
Fair enough. 2 more halftime.
All right, cool. Let's go, Dave, North Carolina.
Rico, it's interesting. Duke just really wants to be homeless. It's kind of throwing me off. I called in yesterday about fairs and festivals and stuff, and you were saying that your dad said absolutely, like, no fairs, no festivals, or parades. Is there any other things? It got me thinking, like, is there any other things, like values that your dad instilled in you? Obviously, respect women and stuff, but any other, like, quirky things? I know Chief was saying his dad, like, said no more Burger King ever again after they, like, messed up an order. Are there any other interesting Bosco things?
No, he did. He very much is probably the reason I have no patience. I've told this story on KFC radio, I think. Excuse me. I'm pretty sure the reason that they have 2 drive-through windows is because of him. You know how you pull up and you pay at the first window?
Yeah.
And then you go get the food?
Yeah.
Not always the case. It used to just be one window at a lot of places. He would pull up and they'd be like, all right, it's $24.50. He'd be like, all right. And they'd be like, sir, are you going to pay? He'd be like, well, if it takes longer than 5 minutes to get my food, I'm out of here. And there were times we left Burger King and went to down the block to McDonald's. So not a lot of patience. I think just ball breaking. Like we used to walk through Disney and he'd see a name tag of somebody and wait till he got 25 feet and be like, Kevin. And then the guy would look around. Like just different ball breaking stuff. Nothing really too crazy. But that's a good one.
I love that he called in too. Okay.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Have a good one, guys.
That's a good one. Thanks, Dave. All right, one more halftime.
I got a question for you going off that. What's like one thing that your parents did to you growing up where you thought it was normal and it wasn't normal? For example, my mom, every time I went to McDonald's, made sure that the french fries were fresh, not like old. And I was like, that's just a normal momism that like everybody does. Not a normal thing to do. So what's one of those things that like happened in the Bosco household that you found out later in life wasn't normal?
Only drinking ginger ale when you're sick? Maybe. Like until I was in high school and college, I was like, I didn't think you were allowed to drink ginger ale.
My mom always put batteries in
cough
the
syrup?
fridge.
What?
Like it was cough syrup?
It was, well, I mean, there was just always, like, if you were sick, it was don't drink the ginger ale.
What was yours?
My mom always put batteries in the fridge. That's where we stored our batteries, and she said they lasted longer. I don't really know if that's true, but that was something that we always did growing up.
That's some witchcraft shit.
Let me ask you this. Did this completely go away? Did baking soda in fridges just, is that it? Do we just have better fridges now? Am I dating myself? Growing up, you used to have baking soda in the fridge. It would make the fridge smell better or keep the food fresh.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
You've never heard
of that.
Google it. It's going to be a very common pull-up.
Yeah, you'll probably find it on Frank's Encyclopedia.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
one website like that.
I think that was definitely a common thing. I don't think I'm making that up. So
you want one?
Yeah.
Let's give you one. Frogman.
Give me Frogman. We're going to halftime. Go ahead, Frogman.
Rico, how's it going? Wife and I were taking a little trip down to New York City this past weekend. Healthy debate. There's no reason to really raise your voice at a woman while you're driving in a car, except when she's scrolling through her preferred sports betting app, and she looks and goes, honey, I need a winner. It's like, okay. It's something we picked up. We gambled together. She understands it. It's wonderful. Honey, I need a winner. I've lost 46 bets in a row.
Oh, God.
Healthy debate. That warrants pulling off to the side of the road no matter the time, and at least a firm talking to about gambling responsibly.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know why she's asking you for a winner then if you've lost 46 in a row, but credit to her.
No. She's lost 46 in a row.
Oh, she's lost 46 in a row. Okay.
46 in a row.
Yeah,
So
a lot of
wonderful
pressure on
thing,
you for that one.
She gets it. Yeah. A lot of pressure. Also, it would have been nice if my wife shares her pics with me. Would have been great to fade her.
Yes. Honesty in the relationship is always something you want. Yeah, a lot of pressure on you. If you got a winner, let us know. You got to break that streak. Let us know what it gets to before you break that streak. Who do you like tonight?
Who do I like tonight? I haven't even looked at anything. College football slate or whatnot. I'll probably
let us
focus
know.
on Saturday.
Let us know. Break the streak. We need a break the streak pick. A break the streak, save the marriage
do.
pick. I like it. Good call. Halftime, please.
Yep.
Either the first match or if you guys win the second match, there's going to be a point where you're going to need Rico to come up with a correct answer.
That's why it's up
How-
3 hours left.
Right.
Yeah, my legacy rests on the shoulders of Rico Bosco. Final answer?
Hold on. Is it somewhere in Florida? Florida? 5, 4, 3, 2,
Final answer.
Champions of the world!
Reuters.
We ride together, we die together.
It's a good edit by Jetski. One of those people will never appear on this program again, but we'll see what happens.
Uh-oh.
It's all good. One of those people will never appear on that. Maybe it's Will Smith. Maybe I'm out on Will Smith. Just saying. Third quarter. No, it's okay, Jetski.
I sent it to you. Yeah, remember I sent it to you yesterday. I was like, we can run that.
Tease the people.
Okay.
Unwritten rules might be a very interesting topic in the next couple of days within the Barstool realm. What is the biggest unwritten rule for you guys off the top of your head?
In the Barstool universe, you're saying?
No. Unwritten rule in general. Let's say there was 5 of us across a panel picking an unwritten rule. What would you say would be the biggest unwritten rule for you?
In life?
In life.
I'm going to say the classic, treat others the way you'd like to be treated.
Okay.
I would like to say this. Anybody that you, not beneath you in society because everybody's equal, but anybody that you could potentially have power over, always treat them with respect.
Right. I like that one. And I've always abided by it.
Look at us.
All you fucking losers, back there, I treat you well, right?
Look,
get back on the phones.
Now
That's
go
a good
shine-
one. No, it's a good one.
Now go shine my fucking shoes.
Yeah, exactly. Go shine my shoes. Sound off in the chat. Let me know what you think about unwritten rules. It could be popping up real soon. Very entertaining topic. Let's just say that.
I like this one. This one's I agree with going because we kind of had the same one. Don't cut people in line. It is so against me. Like when you're waiting for the train, I have had a friend that's been like, let's just cut to the Amtrak. Can't do it. Cannot do it. Wait your fucking turn. No one's as busy as you are.
Yeah, but is there anything better than having like greasing the guy and you cut the line at the bar? Is it just?
That's different.
Yeah, it's different. Okay,
That's
fine.
different.
I agree. Fair enough.
When alcohol's in play, the rules go away.
All right, fair enough. All right, load them up strong in the third quarter
All
here.
right, let's do this.
Because we went long with those. We had some really good calls. So let's go 5 and 5 to end it out. Or you know what? We'll give you a full hour today. We'll go till 5 o'clock. 2 minutes at the end. We'll give you a full hour on a Thursday. We're working. Full hour, as long as it goes. Quick as you got. Let's go. Try to get as many as we got.
Mage, Albany.
Like and subscribe, by the way, please.
Bosco.
What's up?
Healthy debate. Tobin Anderson is going to do more for Iona College than Rick Pitino did.
I'm a Tobin guy. Love his staff. Yeah, I guess. I mean, he's got the groundwork there. The tough thing is Tobin's another guy on the rise. I'm not speaking for him. I don't know what his contract. But, I don't think he's going to be at Iona forever. He is a local guy. I don't know what jobs are going to open. You got to think he does have brighter spots on the horizon. But, yeah, I think Tobin could have just as much success as Rick, for sure. The other. 100%. Who was the guy before him? Kluse was before Pitino. He had a great job, too.
Correct, yeah. Kluse was the guy.
Yep, Kluse was the guy. Kluse was the guy who would have been there forever because he's a Long Island guy. He's older. I played against Kluse in high school. They were 25-0, number 1 in the country. Booked all their hotel rooms for the state final. Beat them. Tough. Sorry, Danny Green. You have a pro ring and a college ring. You'll never have a high school ring. Sorry, my friend. But it is what it is. So, yeah, I think he could do a lot for Iona. We like Iona. We like Siena in the MAC as well.
Still waiting for Kluse to beat me in basketball.
There you go. Next one.
Coop, Long Island.
Rico, healthy debate. Of the 4 major sports, what is the best way to end a game? Walk-off in football, walk-off home run in baseball, golden goal in hockey, or a buzzer beater in basketball?
What about a penalty shot in hockey?
Penalty shot, I would agree with. Shootout, absolutely not.
Yeah, shootout's still pretty dramatic. Buzzer beater's up there for me. Walk-off home run is good. Field goal, Hail Mary. I think I'm going deep buzzer beater. Like Jalen Suggs' buzzer beater was sick.
The only answer is the buzzer beater.
Buzzer
Because
beater's
anywhere on the
sick.
basketball court, you think that you might have a chance to get it into the net. Like a long Hail Mary, you never really think that the Hail Mary will go in. There's always like a 5 to 10%
the
chance
field
the
goal. The field goal loses it because they take a timeout to ice the guy. We know it's coming.
Right.
Baseball, it's a power hitter or whatever. You know, a pitch is coming.
What's the best ending in a sports game you've seen? Honest answer.
Shit.
I was at Artemi Panarin Game 7 overtime goal. Nothing will beat that.
Hurley Leitner was still pretty sick.
Okay, Hurley Leitner, Chris Jenkins,
Jalen
and
Suggs. Yeah.
All basketball.
Yeah.
Basketball and a sweep.
That's a good point.
Yeah, drop this guy.
So I actually got a good one. Healthy debate. UVA Auburn, I think it was, when Kyle Guy got fouled and had to hit all 3 free throws. The amount of pressure on a player hitting 3 free throws with your team down 2, knowing you need all 3, immense.
There was a kid too. It was a tournament game to get in. I think it was Louisville, Memphis. The kid missed had 3 free throws or something like that and missed it at the end. He was the only one on the line. When you're the only one on the line, the whole gym's looking at you. There's a lot of pressure as well. It's a good call. Good call from Coop.
One more
Pretty sure he's a regular.
For a basketball guy that's casually good, would you rather have a wide open layup or a wide open jump shot?
Layup.
Hear me out. I think there's more pressure on the layup. I would always.
There is. You're on the
everyone thinks about when you're casually good at basketball.
Yeah.
The layup, like the pressure's on.
There nothing worse than missing a layup.
Good basketball players wouldn't get that.
Yeah. You guys, by the way, Healthy Debate scored 34 points last night.
Hey, we had an off night shooting.
All right. I got to get myself back in shape because I am talking a lot of shit that I can help. It's been a while since I played too. But
we got to get a rotation.
The ball
down
handling's not there. I think I need a day off and I'm just going to go to the gym by myself and get back in shape a little bit or at least work it out. You guys how bad is the league?
The league is pretty bad. I'll say that.
All right, good. So
yesterday, I sized up the team, and I thought we were going to get washed, and they were very unathletic, unassumingly unathletic. But I think we're going to compete because it also is co-ed, which we didn't know until the first game. So there's a mixture of guys and girls on almost every
And you
team.
guys don't have a girl on your team?
We don't have a girl.
And you don't need to?
Gia plays basketball?
Yeah, we like Gia. Gia's tough.
We would let Gia run. But, yeah, I think if we can get Dana and Nick Mulcahy get at least 15 buckets a game, we'll be okay.
What's
Me and
the
Marty
struggle? You need somebody to get into the lane?
No, we don't have shooters. Like, I'm athletic. I can get to the rack, but I'm more like playing the perimeter with Marty, and neither of us can really
I looked at the threes. Not a lot of threes in this day and age. So if I get the playoff edition, I have kind of free ratchet, free reign.
Yeah, that's what we need.
I like that.
Because there's always one kid on every team that is
all right.
every rec team that can bang threes.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm hitting at a high percentage, but I'll put up a bunch, and we can get us out and running. So I like it.
Hit the clutch free throws, though.
Yeah, I got to try and get to the lane. That's the.
I'm saying I hit the clutch free throws.
Oh, you did. Yeah, we earned it. Dana, by the way, what a fucking. Oh my God.
Hey, he's losing weight.
He was soaked.
Is kick 6 the ultimate game winner?
That one, that's the most unexpected one. That's probably the right answer.
We'll go.
I blanked out on some of them.
Yeah.
You get put on the spot. Like, I was catching shit for the De Niro 5 movies. I hand up, a little quick on the response with the trigger. But it is what it is. All right, next one.
Anthony Brooklyn.
Anthony.
What's up?
Rico. Hey, what's up? I know you're big on this one. Every bar should have someone working the remote.
100%.
Last week, me and my buddy, we went into this local bar. It's like the neighborhood bar. Everyone goes there. The bartender, she's a sweetheart. She's like a good friend of ours. I'm like, Marie, honey, could you put on the football game? TVG was still on. And then she's like, I don't want to bother her, And I'm asking for the remote, and she's giving it to me. I'm trying to put in my Amazon Prime account.
Yeah.
My friend's trying to put in his Amazon Prime account. It was a mess. And you know what? I didn't want to bother her. She's a great woman. She has other people to serve. And it was horrible. And then me and my friend were just watching the game on the phone.
There's got to be – they also should – if you want to bartend here as an owner, especially if you're a sports bar and you got people coming in, don't just do the thing of, hey, make me a Manhattan, make me 3 shots, show me how you do this, show me how you martini shake. Like, that's all well and good. you can kind of learn that as you go. Especially you look at your bar, like what's your clientele? Is it just mixed drinks and beers, high noons, and you're pulling them out and popping it? Yeah, pretty easy. Well, it's a rhetorical question. It's a rhetorical question, Anthony. Healthy debate. But I'm saying.
This is a dive bar.
Yeah, you got to teach them. This is how the remotes work. Also, maybe get TVs with an easier thing. Get an iPad. Hell, charge $1 cover for the whole NFL season on Thursday nights. And when people be like, why $1? Like, you really need the dollar that bad? Be like, listen, it's for the Amazon Prime for the year. Now there's no questions. You know what I mean? Like, I think if you told people up front what they were paying for, or, hey, it's for ESPN Plus, or we're going to buy a fight every Saturday night, like whatever, I'll put the dollar in to help the other people. I think most gamblers and fans would do that as well. It's like a pay it forward type of thing. You know, so teach them how to work the TVs. Sure. Maybe get an IT guy in there with an iPad to change it. Like changing the TVs, even the people who know what they're doing, it always seems like it takes too long. Guy's got to go get the remote. He goes to this fucking thing. But yeah, it's a battle. I think the bar back should be you get a heads up bar back if you know how to work the TVs, because most of the bartenders don't. Yeah. So it's a good call, Anthony.
I bet you every regular that goes to this bar, they would pay any amount of money.
100%. 100%. Yeah. And listen, I'll put this out there. Challenge to the riders. You tweet at us, tell the story. If a bar back has his head on his shoulders and knows what he's doing, don't tip the bartender, tip the bar back directly. Put the 5 in his pocket. Put the 10 in his pocket. He's working the remotes. Oh, that hurt.
I've had this thought. How much would it cost to have every channel in the world? I know there's like some glitchy things out there. How much would you personally pay? What's the price on that?
I think we pretty much have access to everything we need.
I know.
What do you want that's not American, though? Like, no shade to the rest of the world, but TV outside of the U.S.
You got Sky Sports. You got every single boxing match. Like, every single event that's on ESPN Plus, every $60 pay-per-view. How much would you pay per year for it?
How much are you really watching fucking women's soccer?
I'm saying, like, for, like, everything, $250. I'd pay $250.
You can do that with the box. The illegal box.
I think I get I think I got what I want for way less, so I'm good.
Okay. Every single pay-per-view fight.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, unless it really, like, moves the needle with those fights.
Okay.
They're late. They're going up against college football. They're going up against, like, yeah, but I would if you told me everything and no questions asked. The other thing, though, is put it where ESPN Plus is on my scroll of channels, where I don't have to do a login, streaming, enter the code. The same with boxing. I don't have to purchase it. I pay $250, and I can go to channel 1,492, and the boxing match is on.
Yeah, that's kind of what was
same MLB, and it's all grouped together. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, maybe $250 a month, $300 a month. I think pretty safe. All right, go. We got 10 minutes left.
Mike,
are we in the fourth? Are we in the fourth quarter yet?
We're not in the fourth quarter.
All right,
yet.
go fourth quarter.
Hold on, Mike.
And we got 8 minutes, and we're going 2
Can
minutes.
I read you some super chats?
Read me the super chats, please. I think we're cleaning up in super chats.
I think we are. Giuseppe said, Rico, first time, long time. Healthy debate. Was on a plane and a guy was playing John Wick, full clip on the iPad, no headphones. Do we put him next to the screaming baby or make a flying torture room?
They give out headphones, right? Guy's got no excuse. Yeah, he's got to go to 37D on his next flight.
Fair enough. Kid Fugly said, going to see the New York Islanders play in Nashville in January. Healthy debate, wearing your team's jersey to an away game. Frowned upon or let it slide?
No, I like it. We've said it a million times. People looking for a fight at games are the scum of the earth. Like, the guys they're putting money into your economy. Those people from New York are now staying at a hotel. They're getting money. Local bars are getting money. The concessions are getting money. Respect the other team's fans, especially if they're there not to start shit. They're just trying to be nice.
Then we got Ben, $50 bomb. Ben is the Super Chat MVP. We love you, Ben. And he just said, go Hawkeyes, go Bengals.
Go Hawkeyes, go Bengals. Yeah, we got to get that. You got to remind me. We got to get the Lion, the cat parlay up for the Super Bowl.
Yep.
And we also have to, Jetski, order that jersey.
Yes, so good call.
We do. So
maybe
we
do
owe
that next week. Maybe Monday we do that?
Yes. We owe that, so we got to get that going. Next one.
We got our callers?
Yep.
Let's get Hunchback.
Celebrate good time. Come on. Rico's back, baby. I missed you.
Go ahead, Hunchback. That was a good song.
I'll just say this. If you don't win Surviving Barstool, I will kill myself, and that's a promise. I missed you, brother.
Thank you. We respect Jeff. We respect Jeff. No, we don't spoil. It's a great program. All I can say is I think we can give hints and stuff like that. I think I get the Snooki edit from season 1. Come in like a fireball right out of the get-go. A lot of funny moments, a lot of intense moments. It's a great show. I would like to do it. It's hard because you're going to know the ins and outs of people for next year. So it's then, like, I go in with a bias. You know what I mean? I go in and I'm like, all right, I'm gunning for jet ski. I think once every 3 or once every 5, rotating in. Like, Whitney was the one we were missing. White Sox Dave could have been great. I'll be honest. I think Nikki Smokes could be a fucking good addition.
Yeah, I can
Just
see
being a fucking straight-up wild card. Eddie's a ride-or-die guy. Dana could be in. Like, there is an ability to get 3 to 4 tribes here with whack jobs. Also, we only had the males.
For sure.
Add some girls, whack jobs as well, and this tribe is going nuts. So
Who's the top girl whack job?
well, let's clarify for, keep our approval rating
Passionate.
high in the
Are we
office.
saying
I'm
whack
saying content whack jobs. Like when they
Content
turn it
passionate.
up, content passion whack jobs within competition.
Kelly would be the best at the game. I
Yes.
don't think she's a whack job.
She is very passionate.
She's passionate. Kelly's passionate. She's a content machine.
I would throw my hat in the ring for Survivor. I think I'd have a chance.
Yes. I think Bree would obviously be good. I think she did it once before. Grace would be great. Pretty sure she did it once before.
Jackie did it.
Jackie, Rhea, and Fran I could see being very smart. Kate could be very funny on it. Play it as I'm not that smart, but outsmart some people. Kate always has that angle. Kate's very good. Trying to think. Megan Making Money was on the last one. Casey could be good. Trying to think. Did I miss anybody? Caroline, let's just all of them.
You have to name every single woman in the office.
All of them.
Erica, my CEO.
Erica, who's voting off Erica? That'd be a good twist.
I can't wait till we
Who
miss
did
one
we miss?
female.
Yeah, Gia, who did we miss? Let's go through. Did we get everybody?
I'm not
What if
sexist,
you
so
get
I
Miss
didn't forget
Bennett back?
anybody.
Could you get Miss Bennett back?
I think she's surviving her own life right now. But that should be a hell of a reality show, but we'll leave it there.
Also, Rico, the if could not have been clearer. I like Quarantine Davey. He's remote. He don't even like the if. It was you got to be an idiot not to hear the if. You got to like.
Oh yeah, I said if. I definitely said if. I definitely said if.
100%.
Right.
What is Quarantine Davey?
Even in the
working home
captions,
Davey?
it says if. So I appreciate you having my back.
Ebony would be sick.
Oh
When
shit.
she put the paws on somebody.
Mad Dog.
Yes. We miss anybody? Can we please get
Mackenzie.
She content technically?
No, but there's a weird middle ground with some people.
All
Where,
right, just get an HR list right now. We will just spend the last in the credits, Jetski, today. Hurry up, get back there.
Get Pilar in there. Get Pilar.
Yeah, there you go.
Caitlin Walker.
Exactly.
Allison from merch.
Everybody.
Now we
Kelsey.
know Caitlin Walker's not content. We know she's not content.
Unfortunately, yes. But we still associate with her, unlike some people.
I get that reference.
Absolutely, Rico.
Maybe,
Great to have you back. I love you.
Yeah, it's all good. I guess we got to say it now. Yeah, Hannah. Let's put them all. Who do we got? Just list them all. All right, way to go, buddy. You got us canceled because there's going to be somebody who we didn't say one, so.
You know somebody's listening to this like, yeah, those motherfuckers.
Yeah, exactly. Motherfuckers.
Motherfuckers.
All right,
Joe Pesci, you know
couple more, and then we'll get to the 2-minute drill. 2 minutes.
We got 4 lined up. You cool with that?
Yeah, hurry up.
All
Bring
right,
them through.
Jack, Tampa.
Jack.
All right, Rico, can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, healthy debate. Would you rather have a serious operation like a lung something like serious, back surgery from a third world country doctor like the fucking Philippines or something,
okay,
or spend the next 7 years of your life in crutches and a cast?
Oh, shit. So, appendix removal, would that be considered that?
Yeah.
A BBL?
No, something more serious.
I don't know. I don't get dark here, but I'm going to say that I would take the chances with the operation because if there's a chance that I die, you go out quick and it's like, all right, it is what it is. They probably throw, some golf outings in my memorial and a nice little thing. Oh, he was a nice guy. And maybe they bury all the bad clips of me. If I walk around in a cast and a sling?
Full body cast?
Just you broke your leg essentially and you're just on crutches.
Yeah, if I was on crutches or had a broken arm for 7 years and a cast, I'm going to go cast. The whole time I was walking around, I'd be saying, just fucking kill me. So I'd rather take the chance of dying. So I'm going with the operation. I've never been in a cast. I've heard they are itchy as shit.
Yeah, they are very itchy.
I need to bring
You
some.
can't shower. You're going 7 years, no swimming. Fuck that.
The fucking light cast was way worse than I thought. I was like, crutches are like everyone has crutches. Crutches suck.
Yeah, they stink.
Suck.
All right, but what does that say? We love the troops. What does that say about our troops that have injuries that require them to be immobilized on one leg?
That's different. That's different. They signed up for it. They're tougher guys than us.
Okay.
They went and got it. This guy is putting a hypothetical on it.
True.
Of what's going on.
I think if it's
also
full-
nobody's in a cast for 7 years.
2 presidencies? 3 presidencies now?
Yeah.
2 presidencies worth of a broken
no
bone.
chance, dude.
No chance.
You'd rather be potentially dead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That would
until
be
you get
nice.
Plus,
back
that's got to be a
surgery, they fuck your
wild
back up for
operating
10
room.
years.
Like they're probably playing like I don't know. You go,
Operation.
Someone in the chat said a good thing. Your muscles will have atrophy, so you'll come out and your arm will be
Yeah.
a stick. Your leg will be a stick.
Yeah. But it is hypothetical.
All right.
You're coming back normal.
yeah. All right. 2. What? Oh, we got 3 more. All right, bring them through.
Shout out Hannah Girl Weather. Shout out Sydney Wells. Shout
Shout
out
out
Movie.
Sydney Wells. Sorry.
Shout out Movie. Shout
Yep.
out Peyton. Mook's girl.
Oh, she's in con. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I don't know. Just I saw some.
Everybody.
Cover our tracks.
Yeah. Everybody.
Everybody. All right, let's go. Mike in Texas.
Hey Rico. Hey guys, you don't have to say all the girl names. You're simping hard, first of all. But besides that, healthy debate. I got a little bit of a conspiracy theory here. So Trevor Lawrence has been hurt for the whole week, and the line hasn't moved, and now he's like a game time decision guy. Conspiracy theory. I know this is not legit, but is the NFL in cahoots with the book? Why hasn't the line moved?
Yeah, I think they've always hit injuries. Brady was questionable for his whole career. I think the play is the Saints, win or Lawrence or not. And I know I'm stuck on the Saints. I get stuck on these teams. I think it's the Saints either way. But I agree with you. They hide the injuries. I don't know if it's in cahoots with books and shit like that. I'm not going to say that. But they definitely hide some stuff and know what's going on for sure. It's a good call. It's a good call, Mike.
As a guy who has been in several surgeries in a third country, I mean that won't happen, but you do get a little scared, bro.
All right.
I mean, yeah, that happens. It is possible.
Yeah, I'll take my chances. I can't do the cast. Good call,
Yeah.
Mike. Back to back.
Yeah.
We love you, buddy. Good call.
Have a nice one, brother. Thank you. Have a nice one, brother.
All right. 2 more?
One more.
One more. Bring it.
Chuck. Philly.
Rico, healthy debate, super big one. No championships before free agency count. No dynasties count. America was founded on freedom.
Yeah,
Players weren't free to move around.
Yeah, that is interesting that guys just played. I think there was another guy. My dad was telling me about him. He went to war with Congress or the league and laid on the sword, I should say, so everyone could be a free agent. If we can find that, fact check that, Phil. We'll figure it out. Google free agency law fight in baseball. But yeah, it's weird. These guys just
79 or 89.
They just stayed there forever and just play. You just had your teams. There was no real. You got traded or there was no bidding war. It makes you think how good the owners had it back then of just kind of controlling these guys like a commodity. But yeah, we'll look into that. We'll do a little book report. But that's a good call. Yeah, I think you got to go. Same thing with the NCAA
Flood
tournament.
versus Kuhn?
1972.
Yeah, go read the synopsis quick.
Okay.
Okay, let me pull it up.
What are the
Flood versus Kuhn was a decision by the Supreme Court of the United States that preserved the reserve clause in the MLB players' contracts by a 5-3 margin. The court reaffirmed the antitrust exemption that has been granted to professional baseball. Yada yada yada.
Yeah, the owners blackballed this guy. Is the essential. You can read into it. We'll take a look at it. Everyone's gonna write a book report on it tomorrow. But yeah, I think.
One more thing.
Go ahead,
brother. One more thing for you, real quick. I always had this stuff in my fridge growing up, brother. I got you.
The baking soda?
The baking soda.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's a common
Back
thing.
In the
Yeah,
day, these young kids don't know.
I know.
They got that's the air cycling in the room.
They just make the fridges better now. I don't think you need it. But yeah, it definitely did it growing up. It's a good trip down memory lane. All right, 2-minute drill.
All right, later, bro.
Thank you.
I'm going to read the last 2 super chats real quick.
Read them
right
off,
before
because I got to pull up the touchdown score as well.
Okay,
so.
perfect. Anthony Matola said, healthy debate, Dan Scott is the worst TV dad.
Yes. One Tree Hill dirtbag killed his brother.
He's a
Lying
bad
sack
dude.
of shit.
And then he went holy roller on everybody and was selling out arenas. Dan Scott was a wild card, dude.
Yeah, Dan
wild
Scott's a piece of
card.
shit.
And got with some hot chicks, too, weirdly.
Yeah.
I forgot the name, but yes, I watched a lot of
I
One
saw
Tree
your
Hill.
eyes back there. You're like, that
No,
motherfucker.
I had no idea who it was at first. I'll be honest.
I know.
No
I
idea.
saw it after
but then,
the clip.
yeah, during COVID, I watched a lot of nonsense programs. So
Then we have Scott Shearer, Ole Miss basketball, Chris Beard, buying the Kool-Aid, second in the SEC West.
yeah, we like Chris. We like Chris. He's a good coach.
You got a hell of a resume, brother.
Got his number. He's a good
Got
guy.
a hell of
Text
a
him back.
resume, brother.
Shout out Chris.
All right, ready for 2-minute drill?
Yep.
All right. Anytime touchdown scorer for tonight.
Anytime touchdown scorer tonight is Rashid Shaheed plus 350. Let's get a little wild with that one.
Okay. Justin Timberlake broke up with Britney over text, according to new reports. What's the worst text to receive?
So we will touch on this in the final thought in terms of sending a text instead of picking up the phone. I have a very hard take on that. But the worst text, I think everyone can kind of read between the lines. If I don't know if Westy's still watching and regulating us, but on a Monday morning, when you owe a certain person money and they send you a text that just says, yo, it's like these guys all got a starter packet when they got their websites, let's just say, and had to respond and interact with people. And it was Monday morning at 9 to 11 a.m. When they wake up, they send a text that says, yo. And you're like, what do you want me to do? Just send me what I owe you, potentially, and I will figure it out, okay? Or I'm just going to blow you off or whatever. Do not do the pleasantries or the fake, yo. Like, I know what's going on, buddy. Just send me a number. Don't send me a yo.
Getting a dry, like, call me is bad, too. From mom?
Yeah, that's a tough one, too.
All right, so the Las Vegas Aces won the WNBA Finals. Picture and video went viral of Kelsey Plum and Darren Waller embracing each other. Obviously, sports power couple. Who is your top sports power couple?
You know what's crazy is Candace Parker didn't play this whole season.
Yeah.
I'm like kind of out of touch with the WNBA. I still know the big names in college. Damn. Who did Agassi marry? Did he marry a women's tennis player also?
I mean, Zach Ertz, Julie Ertz.
Mia and Nomar, right? Mia Hamm, Nomar Garcia.
Yeah, so
Megan Rapinoe and Sue Bird's pretty big.
that's a pretty big power couple. Because it's weird, because Kelsey obviously is, they're not married, but Tony Romo and Jessica Simpson, it's got to be both athletes.
Yeah, I'm saying both athletes.
Who's got the guy Sheldon Williams from Duke? Is that Candace Parker? But they're not really power. They were both kind of, she was a star. Yeah, I'd probably go Rapinoe and Sue Bird to the degree of that they were both excellent at their sports.
That could be a cool one to do like a deep dive on.
Deep dive. You were also talking about, I didn't want to bring it up originally when you asked, the written rules of life that you have to follow for like respect and everything. But one of mine would be, if you're going back to your Westy conversation, Monday mornings, always paying your dues. Don't fade.
Yeah, but we know that's a cat and mouse
Yeah,
game.
that's my.
You can listen to Joey Diaz did a very funny one. He goes, when I owed my drug dealers money, he goes, I would never pay him the full because then they'd have to answer the phone when I needed something. So he'd be like, it's a very funny clip. He's like, yeah, if I owe the guy $5, I give him like $350 and then I buy more. Then I'm in debt down, let's say like to $420. And then he would just chip and chip and chip.
Leveraging your credit.
Yeah, it's just Joey Diaz. Book Joey Diaz as well.
We got you.
Book Joey Diaz. All right, final thought. Justin Timberlake breaks up with Britney Spears via text. We've all done it. You send the text instead of picking up the phone. I think it was a sign of the times, mid-2000s, like texts are popping off. That's how things go. The thing I will always say, pick up the phone to make those difficult phone calls. Turning down a job, getting a job, breaking up, can't make something. Pick up the phone. It's a difficult thing, but it's going to test your character. And when you hang up, you go, you know what? The other person on the line at least appreciates it, and you get a little bit tougher or some life skills down the road. Pick up the phone. It's a difficult phone call, but pick up the phone.
So when you're making this call, are you sending a text first saying call me? Or are you just raw dogging with the call, just like calling them right off the bat?
I think maybe you could preface it of like, hey, is there a good time to talk or whatever? But honestly, like, it's just rip the Band-Aid off. If somebody's gonna break up, I'd much rather have that, or the going ghosting for 3 weeks. I've had that. You're crazy about a girl, and then you're like, hey, you want to hang out? I can't. And it's like, just tell me where we're at. You know what I mean? And then you already know you're a dead man walking into the conversation. You don't want to like oversell it. But
say it to my face.
That's what I've done that way. I've had that same conversation. I'm like, hey, it looks like you're not, like, just tell me now. You're not interested? She's like, no. I'm like, all right, yeah, it's all good. Like, you know, whatever. But see how it goes.
Are you a dumper or dump B?
Which one do you think?
I want to say dumper.
No.
Because I could see you getting like.
I was a quick. The heart
with
was
the
fluttering
rebound?
real. No, the heart was fluttering real quick.
Hopeless romantic.
Yes, real quick. So
Yeah, I'm the same way.
is what it is. But all right, that's a good show. Great week. Let's like them over the weekend. Check out the videos. You can catch up. It seems like we like the topic to try to get to. Maybe put some stuff out. What's one we want for the week? Sound off in the comments. Let us know. Like and subscribe. Great week by everybody. We'll see you on Monday. Everybody loves a healthy debate.